Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me. It's IHateWill, and today we are on our vanilla SMP server at Survival Multiplayer, in case you didn't know. And where I'm at right now, what we are doing right here is, this is Spawn Point, and I'm investigating why a certain phenomena keeps happening. Oh! Oops. Investigating why a certain phenomena keeps happening. Jeez. Well, I don't like those lily pads there anyway. But I'm not going to be the jerk that ruins it. That's it. That's all you get. Alright. This part of the map's dangerous. So when people spawn in, they, for the first time on the server, they jump up, they jump, they jump, and they jump, and they jump, and they see, oh, look at those houses over there. And they run over there to Harold's part of our neighborhood, thinking that this is town. And it's not. That's a private residence. Respect that. What I want to happen, and what I am setting out to do the next few days, is to set up a path that brings you over here. Now, you're about to see a bunch of new stuff in town, and we're going to talk about it in detail. Come over here, come on down, and into that bridge right there, that lovely, lovely bridge that I put together. Through here, sorry, it's a workstation. We've been really working a lot on town lately. You come through here, you go, hey, that's a nice fountain. Wonder who did that, and they keep walking. Come on down, and they see this structure, this really detailed town center. And they keep walking, it gets bigger, and it gets bigger, and it gets bigger, and you start seeing all the finer details of it, and the texture, and the scope, and it's all there, and it's beautiful. When you come in, you're like, wow, who could have built this? And then they walk through, they come through here, and they cut their left, and they look at all the new shops and everything going on, and they're like, wow, this is an amazing place. I'm glad I'm playing with these guys. Come through here, and then they see all of this, and it's wonderful. It is absolutely spectacular and breathtaking. And they make their choice. They can either take a left down this bridge, or they can come on down through here past this, and this is going to be all pimped out and fancy and free, and come through this tunnel here, which is still work in progress. Give me a break. And they can come through here, and they can cut a left, and my road's going to stop right here because Ash is going to take over for whatever he wants to do, if he wants to do anything on this side, because this is his place. And that's what's going on. That's what I want. We put in a lot of work over the weekend, guys, and it's been real nice. Haven't been able to finish my own home on this server because I've been busy doing all these roads and all the community stuff, like gathering resources and making sure our farms are maintained and making sure everybody's fed. And I haven't been able to focus on anything on my own. And I do have a few new things in my house, but we're not going to show that today, because today is dedicated to that bridge over yonder. But let's go ahead and take a look at this over here, because I have yet to see this. So I started doing all these roads, and I started building a bridge. This is not my bridge. And Harold came on, and he said, hey, I had an idea for the bridge. Do you mind if I build the bridge that leads into my house over there? And I said, absolutely. Of course you can do that. And, said, hey, just make sure it's an odd number. I'd like the walkway to be 3 wide. And other than that, just do what you want. Oh, and it's got to be high enough for boats to go underneath, because we're going to have boats. He said, all right, no problem. He's putting this together. Honestly, I do not like this stone slab right here, but I appreciate the effort, and, but this is his build. He can do whatever he wants, This is a designated bridge area, and give me 1 second. So anyway, I had a barking dog. I had to take care of that. Sorry about that. But this bridge, this is going to be Harold's baby. I think I'm still going to be doing the roads that lead closer to his house. Excuse me. But other than that, this is what he's putting together. So let's go and cut our right. Talk about this town hall over here. This is a StephaKnee build. And it is quite detailed. Of course, this is a work in progress. It's not going to stay like this, silly. But I've been, as far as it concerns Minecraft in the server, so when I say this word stressed, I don't mean actual real life stress. But I've been stressing out because we haven't had a town hall, and I felt like we needed a town hall before we progress any further in town. And StephaKnee has known for a while that she was going to be the one that built it. She volunteered to do it because she's the best builder on the server by far. It's not even close between me and her and anybody else. This is the largest scale that she's ever done, because she, in real life, StephaKnee fantasizes about tiny houses, which doesn't make me happy, but she likes small spaces, and that's the way her builds always are. But this has been a challenge for her, and I think she's up for it. We're going to go to sleep, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more in detail. Watch that sun go down. Alright. I'm just watching my preview mirror window because it keeps freezing on me. But, so anyway, I said, you know what, I'm just going to build Town Hall, and if it doesn't turn out okay, then, I'll work on it till it does. So I came over here, and I was looking at actually a picture of Liverpool's Town Hall, and I was kind of basing an idea off that, and I built the first archway right in the middle. I think it was a little taller than this. StephaKnee ran over, saw it, and was instantly, I got it. And she pushed me aside, and she said, no, let me do this. And she started working on it, and she made the archway better than I originally built it, and just started just staring at it and just piecing all these blocks together. I think the only thing left on here that I contributed to, aside from the initial archway, is the iron gates up there. Everything else is Steph. So even though I want to say that we both built it, I honestly cannot say that. But StephaKnee's the kind of builder, and I think this is the reason why she is so much better than everybody else on the server. But StephaKnee will be over here looking at this one block for a long time. 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Look at this one, look at that, turn around, turn back and look at it again, before she finally says, okay, that's where it goes. I mean, not with every block, but she will do that on occasion. Maybe something like this where there's a lot of detail. She will look at it and go, you can stay. And it's that kind of patience, I think, it really is required for these types of builds. And the idea in this town hall, sorry, my dog scratched me real bad on accident, is that it's a Roman Senate house, is the idea behind it. Steph and I've said before, I'm a Romophile, she's a Romophile. I love reading about ancient Rome. I love TV shows about ancient Rome, good ones like Rome. HBO's Rome. Watch it if you haven't seen it. Kind of sexy if you like sexy things, but it's kind of violent if you like violent things, but it's also very smart. So right here, this is where the orator, whoever is addressing everybody in town, will be speaking. And all of us are going to represent senators over yonder. And we're going to be just kind of sitting here listening to whatever the orator is saying. The idea is that I want to have town meetings, maybe once a month, where we just come together and we talk about what's going on in town, who's building what, where, the plans. If anybody has a grievance, they bring it here, we discuss it civilly. And we do this through a Skype chat, and I may or may not record these depending on how civil they become. If it's just all of us and we're just throwing F-bombs at each other, maybe you don't need to see that. But if it's, funny discourse, then we can discuss it here, share it with you. But that's the idea behind it, and I'm very proud of Steph for putting this together. It's coming along real nice. I'm a little worried that she's not going to have time to complete it in a timely manner. I may try to take over for her, and she might hate me for that, but she is a full-time student. She also has a full-time job. And quite honestly, The Sims 4 came out, and she's a simmer, so she's probably going to be playing a lot of The Sims 4 on her downtime. But I will ask her occasionally, hey, you want to work on the town hall? And we will try to work on it together. Of course, I'm just the guy I'm the go-get-it guy. I'm the go-get the goods guy. And down here, and this is something I did contribute to the idea, is we're going to have cracked brick down here. To make it look like the weight of the entire building is coming down on that foundation and hurting it, cracking it. And up top, we're going to have some mossy block, and that's just going to be like, none of us are tall enough to really reach it and clean it. Therefore, that moss only lives up there. And I think that's a good idea. That was my idea. Thank you. Thank you for liking it. We're going to keep going. We're going to look at this fountain, and then we'll address this bridge, because that bridge is going to be the focus of our attention today. Over here, Steph and I, we were working on our ideas in a creative world that we have through a land, because, we are married, we do live together. And though I think the town hall she built in creative looks very different from this, and I know my bridge is slightly altered. So we were gone for a while, and we came back, and Harold was watching Steph build this the entire time, and maybe he got a little bit of inspiration from her, but we came back, and a giant fountain was built right in front of the town hall, and it wasn't really where we had it, where we wanted it, and it was a nice, don't get me wrong, it was a great fountain, and this is what it looked like right here. Really liked it, but we had to get rid of it because it was interfering with what we were going to do next. And Harold wasn't on at the time, and I thought this was going to be a problem, but time was of the essence, and I wanted to go ahead and get started on the rest of our builds. So I tore it down, and he came back on. He's like, "Oh, you didn't like it?" And I explained to him what the situation was, and we're all grown-ups on this server, so nobody really takes, as long as things have explanation. We can all handle. Oh, there's dirt right there. We can all handle something like that, and so me and him went out and we looked for a new place to build this thing. We had two options: one that was closer to town, or actually in town, that would see a lot of foot traffic. You'd see it all the time, or this one, which would be very creeper-proof and offer the new people on the server. They come through and see it as they walk through town, or walk towards town, and that was the one he elected. Also, because it would have been more of a challenge to build it in the water, and I think we were all looking for a challenge these days, but Harold is a noob, and this is not a noob structure. I'm really proud of what he did here. It looks really good. All these flowers and trees were his choices. These glowstone lamps were his choices. The only things that Steph really contributed to was this chair, just because it looked a little bare over there, I think she said. And he originally had this island as just one giant square. She went ahead and knocked out, making it look a little bit more natural. And I agree with her, that was a better idea. Also, the lamps originally weren't centered, and that was driving both of us nuts. And so, not because it was ugly, but just the OCD part of us. Maybe I shouldn't say OCD. That term is used way too often. Just the side of us that likes things in line was freaking out a bit. So let's go ahead and let's go over here real fast. I have depth strider on, so I move pretty fast. Let's get rid of you. And let's get started with our stuff today. So up here, if I can remove this for a second. Oh, let's talk about the bridge first. It's a very typical bridge. I'm going to have mossy block down here, which is going to be a detail that nobody really sees. But I'll see it, so I'll make sure I'll know it's there. We're going to have mossy blocks down there. And this bridge is very, it's got a lot of archways. Again, it was very Roman-inspired. But I wanted to come up with some kind of automatic light detection, or lighting system. And I wanted to make sure I used as much of that block of redstone in there as I could. And so I built this, and it started kind of looking like a pagoda structure. And I just kind of went with it. I kept this very streamlined Roman look, Roman archways look for the road, or for the bridge supports. But up top I went with that very zen, almost paper lantern look, very Asian, very Japanesey look for these lights. But we'll talk about what these lights are and exactly how they work in case you guys didn't know. 'Cause I'm not always sure about the level of Minecrafters that watch my videos. Maybe you guys are noobs, maybe you watch to learn a little bit something, I don't know. But what this is right here, this is a daylight sensor. And it works like a solar panel. And underneath this daylight sensor is a sticky piston. If we can take a look at that, right there. And that sticky piston, because the light is out, the sun is out, that sticky piston is set to on. And therefore it's pushing down. And what it is pushing down on is a block of redstone. And that block of redstone, of course, holds an electrical charge. So while it is down, these glowstone lamps are clicked to off. Now, once that sun goes down, and it's starting to go down, we may see it, that sticky piston is going to shoot back up, because the power is going to be off. And that glowstone is going to be right in the middle of those lamps, and all those lamps are going to simultaneously turn on. Let's make sure we have our moody lights set, so we can see it in all its wonderful glory. Alright. So we're going to watch this, and I just put this here to cover this up. And you're going to hear it, and it's going to sound miraculous. This is not the only way to do an automatic lighting system. But I feel like for bridges or something like that, where you can't have it be this big, and it kind of makes sense, it's okay to do it like this. Not the most efficient way to do this, but it works. Make sure no creepers, no creepers. Hit it, DJ Jazzy Jeff. Boom. Just like that. Ain't that wonderful? Ain't this wonderful? So, I have a very serious rule of threes with anything I do. Everything's got to be a multiple of 3. So, we are currently at 2. And while you could say this is an implied 3 right here, implication, it's not good enough for me. So, we are going to go to bed. And in the morning, hey, idiot, we're going to go to bed, and in the morning, we're going to build that last piece, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it in case you didn't know it so far. If I can get to bed. Go ahead and change this back to video settings. 85 is good. Alright, I have some of the materials on me. Actually, that's the only thing I have on me. The rest of it's already in that chest over there, because I knew I was going to do this for an episode, so let's go ahead and run back. And just make this thing our own. And that doesn't belong there. That piece doesn't belong there. I might change this out to dark oak later on. But for now, let's go ahead and grab our sensors, our lights, our redstone, our pistons. We need that, we need this, and we need you. And just one of you. And let's put this, and this, because we do not need it, my friends. Put that all there. Okay, so first off, we gotta determine what is center. And when you build in an odd number, it's always easy to determine what is center. Just right there. Alright? And let's go ahead and come around. Come on back and toss this chisel block right there. And I think we are 3 up. Yes, we are. I'm gonna put this here just to help me build. And boom. Just like that. Might have to go get more dirt later on, but for now I think we're good. And let's go ahead and put this lamp here as well. Yeah, we can get our lamps here. Why not? Like this. Give back, good. And I guess we just put it in the middle, that'd be a lot easier, huh? And just like that. Now, we should be able to just put our redstone right here in the default position. Oh yeah. And we're going to have to go down and get that cobble. Cobble. Come right here. And this 1, 2, 3. Yep. This goes here. This goes here. Just like that. Beautiful. And let's go get some more dirt. I always forget one thing. At least one thing. Always. Screw that. We'll use these. Yeah, that's fine. We'll use these. Ain't going back for nothing. So let's go ahead and come on up. And let's see. We do this. And just like that. Just to help us kind of line this up. And we're going to put this just... Dang it. This is the part that I always have a hard time with. Just getting that piston located just right. I think it'll be easier if I come down to the floor here. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. There we go. We got it. Okay. So, that's in place. Let's come back up. Remove all these because we do not need it here no more. And, let's see. Daylight sensor. Boom. And that's off. And that's good. This is exactly how we want it. Ugh. Not feeling very well. Okay. And now we just got to cover up our system here. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem. So we just do this. And do that. And we... Just like that. And just like that. Like that. And like this. And then we just real simple. Boom. Boom. That's our top. That's our top. Oh! Let's get back. Okay, now we can remove this. Good enough. And we can go ahead and put these down. I like to put these things upside down here. It's your call. I don't like to have exposed redstone. And shoot. And alright, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All we gotta do now is just cap it off, and we are good to go. Well, now we gotta add a little bit of support here. We just need 2 of these. Like so. And boom. Just like that. And for the final piece, boom, boom, boom. Oh, shoot. Like that. And we'll just come down the other way. Just like that. And we are now done. Like I said, this may become dark oak on top right here, just to have something different from the floor right here. But it's going to maintain this shape, and I really like it. I've done these before, and I've never really liked it. I've thought about maybe incorporating them in the walls, and I might still do that, but my problem with it was that I could never really figure out how to make it look like a shape that wasn't just totally obscene, and I think having it some kind of peaceful Zen-y, Asian-y thing kind of works. And I find that whenever I'm trying to come up with solutions, I naturally go to a very Asiatic build. I am half Asian, so maybe it's genetic. So that takes care of that. So maybe it's genetic. I don't know, but not really. I know it's not genetic. Come on, guys. I'm from Texas. Never stepped a foot into Asia. Just Asian markets and Chinatown. Vietnamese villages and Vietnamese land. Thai restaurants. It's most I've ever been. But this looks real nice. I think I like it, and we're gonna keep it. I might have a new archway up here. Just it looks different, but kind of maintains that theme. But this is it. This is the bridge today. So we are going to go ahead and clean up, because you should always clean up your mess when you're done. And how much is in here? Oh, that's nothing. We can carry that with us. Why not? Boom. We don't need you no more. 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 And we probably need you. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys learned something. If you didn't, I hope you just enjoyed it anyway. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But for now, this is Will. I am signing off. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time.